That's better, gentlemen. Now step back and let us do our work." Her voice was gentler than before, but still commanding. Glancing around at the dozens of black-coated men surrounding the small, still body on the ground, she saw fear in their dark eyes. What were they afraid of? Surely none of them would commit such a brutal act in front of their synagogue. Did they know something about this crime? And if they knew something, would they share it with the police? Haredim generally didn't welcome a police presence in their community. They obeyed a different code of law.
"Please, Inspector. I can't do this much longer."
Sarit looked down at the man upon whose shoulders she stood. Sweat soaked his brow. Under his arms, damp half-circles darkened his shirt. His breath was ragged and shallow. Sarit beckoned to a second policeman to help her down from her perch. Bending down, she grabbed his upraised hands, then leapt to the cement ground. Several of the Hasidim applauded. She paid no notice. She walked over to the small body, which the medical examiner had carefully turned over so that the boy lay face down. "Okay, Avraham, what have we got here?" Segundo lifted a clear baggie and laid it out. Inside was a large gold pendant and linked chain. When she leaned in closer, Sarit saw that it was a cross, but not the usual kind sold in tourist shops all over the city. This one had 3 crossbars instead of the usual single one.
"Russian or Greek Orthodox, I think," offered Segundo. "I used to see them in Buenos Aires among the Russian emigres." So the boy wasn't Jewish. I checked inside his pants. Definitely not a Jew. ID?
Segundo pointed to a small, dark red backpack near the body.
Mostly school books. A Russian Bible, pencils and pens, some notebooks. His name was written inside some of the books. Anastasius Krapovsky. Also an address. I'll have Dahlia inform the family. No mobile phone?
Segundo shook his head.
Any idea about the cause of death? "You're not going to like this," Segundo said.
He lowered his voice so that Sarit had to strain to hear his words.
"In fact, I've never seen this in all my years as an ME. Though, of course, I have heard about it."
"What?" Sarit barked at him. She hated when he played guessing games with her.
"His body is completely drained of blood. Every drop. See the ghostly pallor of his skin? But at least I can attest that it was done post-mortem. I would guess that he was killed quickly by asphyxiation."
With both hands, he gently turned the boy's head to the side and pried open one of his eyes with his 2 fingers.
"Note the petechiae, the burst blood vessels. Unmistakable sign of strangulation. No neck laceration, so they probably put a plastic bag over his head.